Hello and welcome. I'm Master Lama Rasaji, and this is our Saturday edition of Rasaji Speaks. Don't forget, tomorrow we're celebrating Grandparents' Day. So think about this and what grandparents have meant to you, what they mean to your kids, and what grandkids mean to them. There's a special connection there. And tomorrow, Sunday, we're going to honor that. Okay. So, what does our title say today? It's actually fitting, right? Respectful Roots, Cultivating Appreciation for Elders. Well, I thought roots of the tree is a good place to start, right? So I thought this background today was appropriate. Because I'm thinking about what the Divine Mother did here on Earth long before the human race showed up. According to archaeologists today and the people that do the carbon finding and everything, about 450 to 500,000 years ago, after millions of years of developing this planet with the right amount of oxygen, foliage, food, fruit trees, vegetable kingdom, animal kingdom, the human race begins to show up. And they come from 13 different systems in the world. Actually, for the most part, from 13 different galaxies, if you can imagine. Abba sit around, Indra sit around, and watched all the things happening. A lot of them knew about the energy, they knew about the force, but for the most part, it was an energy thing. A lot of them advanced in technology, but they were looking for a new home. Maybe their planet was being threatened. Maybe they were just reaching out. I think there were also a lot of them. The ones on a positive note, there's one particular race that's not really positive, and that particular rate began to take more and more control. Abba or Indra allowed it to happen because they knew from their seed that they manifested in different shapes and form. But remember, all humans of any shape and form were granted free will a long time ago, sometimes more respective of life and sometimes not. Out of that, one day showed up Adam and Eve or Shiva and Shakti, depending on what your culture you were raised up in. The point being is that the descendants were directly from Abba in it himself. Through the Divine Mother, they were going to put a male and a female here that were going to have the purest form of their DNA. And it would be coded there. At that time, the human race was, on an average, was only living somewhere between 75 and 125 years. That's considered not a halfway decent mortality rate. It's even exceeds where we're at today. We're growing back into that. But that was pretty well the masses of the time. Even though in some places the longevity that some of these human beings came from was even greater than that. They didn't really want to pass that knowledge on. There was an emphasis of control that was deeply embedded to do that. So that's what they did. Then Adam and Eve, Shiva and Shakti, started to share the truths, the light of truth from the Heavenly Father and the Divine Mother. And over 175,000 years, the idea of yielding to the wisdom of people that were sticking around was something that was given. In other words, respect your elders, respect the people that's been on the earth longer than you have, that's been in this life longer than you have. That carried over into different monarchs, different kings and queens, eventually into different democracies. And then lo and behold, one day, It showed up here in the Republic, right? Right. And they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So that time period showed up, and there was a definitely respect for the foundation of what we came from. Yet, the roots of what happened in England, this group of people wanted to make a change, and they wanted to have a freedom of a country that really, quite frankly, never really exists. I guess that's what makes America such a phenomenal country. And that's why there's so many people like Lamaji and the Lamasery and the spiritual patriots that are here at the Circle Cheat want to keep it intact. See, there's still a dark force that still wants to attack what we're doing. One of the things they want to do, they want to separate us from God as if he doesn't exist. They want to separate the religions of the world so that we'll keep fighting and feuding amongst ourselves. They also want to separate us from the ideal of family and especially separate us from our elders. You can look at the whole movement of retirement homes, assisted care, and nursing homes as it was inevitable to happen. But really, was it? There was a time, and you still see this in third world and other countries, where the younger generation, out of respect for what the older generation did when they were young, continued to take care of their own. Was it a movement of dissension to separate family, to make government and a civic organization and a body more important for us to respect our family elders, which had a foundation in God? You see, the Lamasery says it's time to put all this back together for the children of light to become enlightened enough to realize it wasn't a perfect union, but we were moving toward a more perfect union. I want you to think about that. The why the Lamasery has stood the test of time is we've not allowed ourselves to be so politically influenced this way, that agenda or this agenda. We've always had spirituality and teaching people to connect to the divine, numero uno. We teach people, whether you're spending 20 minutes a day or 2 hours a day, connecting to the infinite, that's your base. And then you turn around and you look, it's how well can your family manifest those precepts? See, if God's in their life, it's a wholesome family. Have you noticed that? It really, really, really is. And then what kind of country would it become if all these families led by God, that's who these people behind me were? Not perfect by any sense of the mean, but they were desired what Paul says in Hebrews. Let us go on into perfection. It created the most perfect union of people. On the Lamasery, the retreat, and the ranch, we're going to take that to a higher ideal than even these gentlemen behind us. Women are going to be just as involved as the man. That's number one. Number two, Tai Chi Gong is going to be the root of everything that we do. And what we are seeing manifest in our gathering meetings online on Wednesday and soon to be Saturday, and what we see happening at the Ascension tours that happen every 60 days will drive a force into the communities with the wellness centers popping up everywhere. We're going to get the first one up this year. Get it going. There'll be a time in January when we're doing the event in Cocoa Beach that you'll have the chance to stick around that Sunday, because that wellness center is only an hour to an hour and a half car drive up the road. And those who are ready, then our goal will be every 60 to 90 days to open one or two of this wellness centers. Imagine what we'll be just 5 to 6 years from now. By the year 2030, when you put two and three together, that's the number five. That's Melchizedek's number. And in the Japanese language, it means ich, ni, san, shi, go, 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 go. We could very easily have 20 to 30 wellness centers, right? I wouldn't be surprised that we have the retreat center and our first ranch running head over heels. And I wouldn't be surprised that we already have the property of the lamasery and very well could be breaking ground already. And we did that in this 4 to 5 year period. I also would not be surprised to see 5 to 10 times the membership online. The teachers that are teaching, because we're going to need 3 to 5 teachers for this start. And you teachers that are out there today, if you're contemplating, you're not sure that you're in the right place, reach out to Brother Nate, because we want 5 solid teachers that can help us as we move forward with the first wellness center, St. Augustine. So Lamaji's putting a call out to all teachers, even if you're international right now. If you feel like you're called to be a part of that, then you want to email or text Brother Nate, and we'll set up some time for him and me to get on with you and see if it's a good fit for all of us, because we want to open the door with 5 strong teachers there. We want 15 to 20 classes a week. It will change the energy within 24 months. It will affect all of downtown St. Augustine, cleansing a 450-year history. That is profound. So remember, tomorrow is Grandfather and Grandmother's Day. Think about them. Pray for them if they've left the planet and left the body. Pray for them anyhow. Give homage to them and respect. Give homage and respect to your elders. Let's bring back the core of family, God, country, and our mission here. Those 4 things are the most important things and reasons that we incarnate on this wonderful planet called Earth that we all call home. Baraka Bashad. May the blessings be to you and your glorious family. I will see you bright and early Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. God bless you.